tape's cut off. Package nice. Instructions. It's supposed to be pretty easy to put together. I'm always the guy that reads the instructions. Not the safety ones though. Who wants that stuff? Or the parts list. I don't do that either, but description of the bolt sizes, that's handy. Pins. It looks like putting together a model of something. Looks like this is gonna take a while. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Well, no better place to start but first. Attach the two 3.5-inch brake casters, number 31, to the base, 28, by aligning the 4 mounting holes in each. You know what? I'm not going to bring you along for this. We'll just start putting it together. Well, it's packaged nice. There's a big cardboard box here with nothing in it. Casters, box of bolts. Jack, we don't need this right now. This is the jack lever. Sorry about all the traffic. This is the base, or this is support arms, I'm guessing. And the instructions start with the base, so let's start with the base. I haven't put anything together yet, but I did want to point this out. This is nice. They've got, I believe these are the caster bolts. These are the flathead caster bolts and some other stuff. I'm sure I'll figure out where it goes. But what's nice is the washers and the nuts are attached to the bolts, so you don't have to try to find those. That's cool. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to attach these casters to the base. That's the first. All right, that wasn't so bad. Here's the problem though. These bolts over here, there's no access. You have to go through here, and if you don't have really long fingers, you're gonna have a problem. You saw the last one I did, I had to use a magnet. Where the hell's my magnet? Right there. I just used this magnet to help me get that bolt lined up under that thing, but once I got it down, it was okay. Now we're putting casters on this end, I believe. They're 3-inch casters. This set comes with 6 casters. 2 of them have brakes. That's the ones that go back here. So with the brakes. There's 2. These, I measured them. These are the smaller ones. These are the 3-inch ones. That's what we're putting on next. All right, that was easier. That was a lot easier. I really didn't even need to put this wrench on the bottom of that to get them tightened. And that's it for the flatheads. The only ones left are these. Continuing on, the legs are next. Use the other 2 3.5 inch. These ones don't have the brakes. And you put it on the same way you did when you put it on the base. Here, get my magnet. Try to make things a little bit easier. This, but I mounted it right there, and depending on what edge I was going to, I got to the top of the magnet, the lock washer on the top, and I slid it in until I could see that, and then I just lightly, I pushed the nut down through the top, and then I would just lightly screw it, and it would bite. And when I got a few threads on it, I could tell just by the feel. And then I just screwed it in. That really worked. If you're gonna do this, get one of these. I got that from guess where. Plus having some Led Zeppelin on the radio helps too. Well, this is going along pretty well. This is about ready to mount to the base plate. So you take a slider, 1 slider for each. Put it on. Then 2 leg pins. And 2 of these, I don't know what they call them. What do they call them in the book? They just call it an R pin, and they go right in here to secure it. So this and the other leg's ready to get mounted to the base plate already. doesn't make you very happy, does it? There it goes. I had to take some tension off by lifting this up so this part and this part would meet up. Pretty easy. It's time to put the boom bolt in. We're on part 5. Anyway, it says there. It says match up the boom bolts number 2 with this over here. So there, it's not exact. You just have to try to get close. This is the closest one that matches. See, it's a little bit longer, but every other one that's just, so what's the closest one? This one's too wide. This one's way too wide and too long. And nothing else comes as close to this as the others. So these are the ones that we're going to use. There's 2 of those. They're 22s. This is 22. I have a 22 socket for impact, but I don't have a 22 wrench or another 22 socket. So I'm gonna have to use the old knuckle buster. Gonna have to use this. So I got this, a 22, and that, and try to make it work with that. Just a little bit of support, just a little, not much. And I'm not going to tighten it all the way because I might need to be able to maneuver it a little bit to make the other parts fit on it, but we'll get it a little bit more than finger tight. Yeah, we just wanted to move it a little bit. Okay, moving on. Moving on. These bolts are 22. Now, you've got to put the support bolts in this one. That one's a 24. And then we've got to put down to the support down here too in the base. And those are, I think they're also 24s. Yep, they're also 24s. So this next section, you're going to have these great big bolts, and these are 24. So you're either going to have some crescent wrenches or some big sockets. This is a 24. Okay, these support braces have little bends in them. See? So what you want to do is, it goes like this on the top, and then they're opposite at the bottom. Looks like you better get it in place before you put it on. like the bottom part. Once it's on, you won't be able to adjust it where you need it. So make sure that these hang straight down and not in front of that front base support. I'm not going to tighten this up either. Finger tight. We'll finger tight this, and then we'll finger tight the base. See what I'm talking about? If you don't put it behind there, you're not going to get it there. So you might as well save yourself a step and make sure they're in position. Yeah. I know this is going to be fun, I can tell already. We're going to have to loosen these up. This is going to have to come back a little bit because this part is not down far enough to meet up with that hole. So we're going to have to bend that back some. I don't know if that's going to even work. This is the same way. Use my little Craftsman wrench. Close enough. Yep, that did it. So make sure you don't tighten this up too far. Torque is on those, but I don't want to over torque it. Still using our number 24 socket. This is what they call a hinge bolt. I don't know how tight to make it, you know? I don't imagine it's finger tight. It's got a little weld ridge right there. My guess is I'm not going to be able to get this as low as I need to go to get that engine up. I'm going to have to buy a bigger chain. But I don't know. Guess we're going to find out. Not exactly sure how tight they want this because there's like no bushings or anything to it. You get here, it hits on this weld. I don't know. Probably too tight. Well, we'll loosen it up for now anyway. We don't need to tighten. I was just curious to see where we were going to be. Oops. This is coming right along though, no problem. No problems really. All right, now it's time to attach this. The ram. Probably better make sure it goes on the right way. Hope I don't drop this on my toe. I dropped that floor jack on my toe a couple of 4th of Julys ago. That hurt a lot. That really hurt a lot. The instructions recommend 2 people to do this. You know, it's just me. I'm not really having any problems with it. Helping him would be nice, but it's okay. And we're still dealing with the number 24 bolts, socket heads, whatever you want to call them. Just tighten up so it won't come loose. And I imagine the next step is to mount this down here. There. There we go. Kind of a pain, but not as hard as putting that motor in. Going a little bit past finger tight. This baby's almost done. I'm not really sure how long it took me, but it didn't take me very long. Last step. So slide this into your rating. I'm guessing where the hole is where your rating is. So this is half a ton, 1,000 pounds, probably plenty for that motor. Pop it in there. There it is, it's done. I'm not sure how long that took me. Is it 3, maybe an hour and a half, maybe? It doesn't feel like that long. Probably would have been shorter if I'd have had some area to work on it. But it's done. And let me give you a walk around. I don't like this. This is too short. So I'm gonna have to get another chain and some more hooks and stuff so I can try to get that motor. Looks like it goes down pretty far. It's got your ratings right there that I think is pretty good. It does fold up. You take these, well, let's move this handle out of the way. You take these pins out. Let me get my freaking fat finger out of the way. You take these pins out, you pull these pins out, and this leg will fold up. I'm not really sure what these sliders are for. I don't know, maybe it says in the manual, but I'm gonna have me a beverage. It's pretty hot. See if I can see what it's gonna take to pick that motor up. Maybe we can get it up off the ground today. Sounds pretty bright. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna need a longer piece of chain. I mean, I was worried the boom wouldn't come down far enough to catch that motor because it was down so low, but this part, I'm gonna have to go buy a longer piece than that because this, when I try to put it in this engine compartment, is gonna hit the firewall or the cowl. I need more room. I need more maneuvering room. So if I can get another foot with a hook on it, and I don't like this either, this little safety catch, it's catching on that chain. It's not good either. Anyway, I know where I'm at now. Just doing a little experiment here. Let's see if this thing will go up high enough to get this motor in, and it looks like maybe, but I can't go any longer on that chain or it won't go up high enough. Oh, it's too bad this engine hoist at the rental company didn't work out, but I think it'll make it. I think it'll make it. The hoist isn't going to work. don't get me wrong, it's a good hoist. It jacked up my engine fine. There was a lot of control with letting the hydraulic pressure down, so you could lower that engine down nice and slow. Nothing wrong with the hoist. It's just too small. I would suggest if you're going to get this hoist, it's a good hoist. It was easy to put together. It didn't take too long. It does what it says it's going to do, but it's not built for this Jeep motor. Let me show you. It's too short right here. Last night when we were trying to put this in, this was hitting the bumper right there, and this is all the way out, and the engine was it was closer obviously, but we were 2 to 3 inches away still. It's just not enough. So would I recommend the jack? Yeah. If you need a jack, if you need an engine jack, an engine hoist, yeah, I recommend this. I think it's good. I think it's worth the money. But not for this application. This would be, I would say, for more like a tuner car, or if you've got the body off the frame or something like that, it would work, but not for this application. So Harbor Freight's got another one. It's a 2-ton. The beam on it, the boom is a lot longer, like maybe a foot longer, so it would work. It's another $100. So I hope this helps you out if you decide you want to tackle buy that engine hoist or not. Like I said, I recommend it.